Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please rise, if you are able, for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the
Good afternoon. Please be seated. I'm Martin Filbert, Provost and Professor of Toxicology in the School of Public Health, and I am pleased to welcome you to the 2018 Winter Commencement Ceremony. Please join me in thanking the Women's and Men's Glee Club for their stirring rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. Today marks the first ever joint ceremonial performance. As we begin, I would also like to note a finale. Professor Lee Woods has served as faculty marshal for university ceremonies since 1991. He will step down from this role at the conclusion of today's commencement. Professor Woods, would you join me at the podium? Since this is a graduation, we thought it fitting to present you with your own certificate. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
We're gathered to recognize the accomplishments of today's graduates and to confer official recognition of all that they have achieved. We send them forward with every confidence in their ability to contribute to the world in myriad and meaningful ways. Let us congratulate them. Graduates, as we honor you, we also recognize the many ways in which family, friends, and your faculty teachers have helped you reach this day. Please feel free to stand up and turn around and wave, but join me in thanking them for their love and support. On behalf of the faculty, I thank our graduates for the many contributions they have made to our campus. We've learned with you and from you, and are grateful to have shared this time with you. At commencements, it is customary to offer words of advice to graduating students. In that spirit, I want to call your attention to an observation made by Yo-Yo Ma, one of the world's greatest cellists. As a very young cellist, just 4 years old, Mr. Ma first played the prelude to Suite 1 of J.S. Bach's 6 Suites for Unaccompanied Cello. Through the course of his career, he has recorded the full 6 suites 3 times, once when he was 30, again in his 40s, and most recently this year in his early 60s. Asked why he keeps going back to this music, he said, "At each stage of your life, go back and discover new things. It's like you're touching a living stream of water that keeps flowing, and by touching it or listening to it or playing it, you are touching something much bigger than yourself. It changes from day to day, from season to season, and from year to year." As you move forward with your lives, I encourage you to take this lesson to heart. Take the time to reread books, to listen again to the music that has been important to you, to revisit the ideas that have captivated or challenged you. As you examine these things over the years and decades, you will gain new insights and new understandings, both of yourself and of the world. You are ready now to move to new places, new jobs, and new friendships. As you do so, we hope that you will take with you the commitment to learning and growing that has been part of your life here at the University of Michigan. It is a strong foundation for a rich and meaningful life. And we hope you will always hold a place for Michigan in your hearts. The authority to grant degrees is vested in the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan. and it is with pleasure that we recognize those members of the board who are with us today. Shauna Ryder Diggs, Grosse Pointe. Andrew C. Richner, Grosse Pointe Park. Ron Weiser, Ann Arbor. The other members of the platform party are the executive officers of the university and the deans of our schools and colleges. They will be identified on the arena screens during the course of our program today.
Good afternoon. My name is Neil Marsh, and I am Professor of Chemistry and Biological Chemistry, and I chair the Faculty Senate. On behalf of the entire faculty, I congratulate all of you graduating today. We're proud of your accomplishments. You worked hard to get to this point. It took you planning, foresight, and determination to complete your degrees. But today, I also want to celebrate the unplanned and the unexpected. For chance events almost certainly enriched your university experience in profound and unexpected ways. Maybe it was an improbable friendship, a chance conversation, a brilliantly guessed multiple choice exam, a shared sardine sandwich. You can supply your own examples. Science tells us that this kind of random messiness and improbability are woven into the very fabric of the universe in a fundamental way. The physicist Erwin Schrödinger brilliantly articulated the unsettling, uncertain, unknowable nature of the universe. In his famous thought experiment, he imprisoned a cat in a box, its fate hostage to the chance decay of a radioactive atom. Thus suspended in limbo, the cat was, bizarrely, neither alive nor dead. Don't try this experiment on your cat, please. Strictly a thought experiment. So there's no avoiding it. The world is uncertain and chaotic. And this means that you will inevitably be frustrated in your progress towards your goals, but also encounter unexpected opportunities. So seize those opportunities. Schrödinger's cat was a prisoner of chance, but you are not. So take your chances, because chance favors the prepared mind. And your studies here have provided you excellent preparation. In parting, I hope that your experience of this great university was not what you were expecting. I hope we surprised you, as you so often surprised us, and your experience was so much more than you were expecting. One last thing, if you didn't eat that sardine sandwich, I know a cat who will, and when he gets out the box, he's going to be very hungry. So feed your curiosity. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Jitan Parvu. I am from Greenville, South Carolina, and I am graduating from the College of Literature, Science, and the Arts. Established in 1841, LSA is the university's oldest and largest college. It is an honor to be a member of the class of 2018 and one of the 686 LSA grads receiving degrees today. I think most of us want to help other people but struggle with how to do so. Do we work in industry, make billions of dollars, and then give back to society? Do we work at a nonprofit? Or do we just volunteer occasionally? Or do we just smile, hold open doors for people, and call it a day? But the fact is, I believe that each one of you already positively impacts the world by the way you live your lives and by being true to yourself and your values. Please follow my logic. Each person around us, either directly or indirectly affects our experiences. Those experiences help shape our true self, the collection of our opinions, thoughts, and personalities that, when combined, make us who we are. Everyone affects us, and we affect everyone else. In a deep, fundamental way, we are all connected. We are all one. And I believe at your core, you are good. Therefore, if you simply live out your authentic self, you are in essence influencing everyone else for the positive. Now, isn't that a beautiful thing? For me, the space for introspection and realization to what my true self stands for comes from backpacking outdoors. For others, it may be from stargazing or meditating or having a genuine conversation with a friend. My wish for each one of you is to find your deeper self, come to like that person, and have the courage to stand up for what you truly believe in. And of course, continue to smile and hold open those doors for people. And know that you're making the world a better place by you just being you. Thank you and peace. And now it is my honor to introduce the 14th president of the University of Michigan, Mark Snitchell. Go Blue!
Thank you, Jitin, for that kind introduction. Well done, class of 2018. I join Provost Filbert and our faculty and staff in offering my utmost congratulations to you, graduates of the University of Michigan, as well as to your family and friends, professors and instructors, and everybody else who made this day possible. Graduates, I also thank you. You've strengthened us as an academic community and as a campus community. You have changed us through your classroom studies and through your participation in research, but also through your activities outside of class, your service projects, your interactions within our community, and often through your advocacy for what we should be doing better or differently at the University of Michigan and beyond. But while your graduation marks the time for you to celebrate an important accomplishment, there's something larger at work that I want us to consider today. A Michigan education is not merely about your coursework, your activities, or your grades. It's not even about your first job or the graduate or professional school you're heading to next. While these milestones are important and laudable, you'd be selling yourself short if they summed up the full extent of your time here. A Michigan education, what sets our university apart and what now sets you apart, is about preparing you to confront challenges at scales that range from the personal to the local to the global. It's about change, promoting it and being comfortable with it, and that's the theme I want to explore here. The change you've experienced and contributed to in your years as students, which has positioned you to contribute and to continue to grow as an individual and lead change in our society. In other words, it's about feeling the power to go out and do big things in the world and making it a better place for all. The late President George H.W. Bush spoke to this idea when he delivered the commencement address here on our campus in 1991. We live in the most exciting period of my lifetime, quite possibly of yours, he said. The old way of doing things have run their course. Find new ones. Dare to serve others and future generations. We'll never forget the example that you set. As members of the class of 2018, you've identified challenges and applied your talents, drive, and passion to create change in our world. You've done it at the ballot box. We know that during the 2014 midterm election, fewer than 1 in 5 students on our nation's college campuses voted. As Michigan students, you work to change that. In partnership with our Edward Ginsburg Center, Central Student Government, the Turn Up, Turn Out student group, and many others, U of M led the way in the nonpartisan Big Ten voting challenge in last month's election. Nearly 13,000 students from our campus registered to vote. And the precincts that serve students living on or near campus all experienced a higher number of voters, with many seeing increases of more than 200% from 2014. That's how change works at Michigan. Michigan students also saw a need to make mental health services more visible for their peers. Allie Williams, then a student in communication studies, raised this issue as part of our diversity summit in 2015, and then spoke up again at one of my fireside chats. Less than a year later, the after-hours hotline number for our Counseling and Psychological Services office was printed on all new student M cards, meaning that students could immediately know how to access services if they were in need. That's how change works at Michigan. In recent years, Michigan students have invented technology to transform bicycles' motion into stable electricity. They've launched a company that redirects medical supplies that would otherwise be sent to landfills to communities of need, and developed a cost-efficient method for farmers in India to increase crop yield and reduce the use of fertilizers by using silt extracted from ponds. At Michigan, we marshal the diverse intellectual power, passions, and perspective of some of the most talented students from within our state and from all around the world. We attack problems and devise solutions grounded in research. We create new knowledge and apply it for the benefit of society. That's how change works at Michigan. In the summer of 2015, as many of you were completing your first year here at the university, New York City faced the largest outbreak of Legionnaire's disease in its history. More than 120 people were infected and 12 people died. The source of the outbreak was identified by a computer program, which was developed by a team led by U of M School of Public Health graduate Sharon Green. As director of the Data Analysis Unit in New York City's Bureau of Communicable Disease, Green told 538 that she wanted to change how data was used in public health. She devised a program that could mine data from hundreds of reported diagnoses every day and pinpoint the locations of possible outbreaks. The system traced the outbreak to a cooling tower used in the air conditioning system of a New York hotel. And since then, new regulations for inspecting water towers have been implemented in New York City. This is just one example of a Michigan alumna changing the world. Graduates, your accomplishments to this point are impressive, and as impressive as they are, they pale in comparison to those that lay ahead. It's why we call the ceremony today commencement, not completion. It's part of your lifelong journey as a member of the Michigan family to challenge the present and to enrich the future. Your ability to challenge the status quo and overcome obstacles adds a level of depth to your Michigan degrees that is unmatched in higher education. It's why you're sought out by employers and graduate schools. It's why you're our best hope for positive change in society. Why you are not merely college graduates, but leaders in best. And why we're so proud that you, the members of the class of 2018, are the newest graduates of the University of Michigan. I want to point out that your campus has also changed in profound ways, as we too live by the idea that Michigan must strive to do big things. In several cases, you've helped us get there. The University of Michigan is now pursuing a trajectory towards carbon neutrality and levels of greenhouse gas release that are environmentally sustainable. Many of you advocated for this to make this change in expressing your devotion to the defining scientific and social challenge of our age. You also advocated for us to do something about college affordability. U of M now guarantees free tuition to all eligible Michigan residents from families with incomes of $65,000 and under as part of our Go Blue guarantee. We did this after hearing from far too many students and families throughout our state who don't pursue a U of M education because they feel they can't afford it. Our university also removed the names of Alexander Winchell and Clarence Cook Little from campus facilities after students and other members of our community made the case that these two men held and promoted racist views that were antithetical to U of M's values and aspirations. This is how change works at Michigan. During his commencement address in 1991, President Bush had one more bit of advice. He urged the graduates to make the most of your abilities, question authority, but examine yourself. Strive to do what's good, take risks. Also, define your missions positively. Don't seek out villains, focus on freedom's promise and on your promise. Class of 2018, you're the leaders and best of today and the vanguard of a better tomorrow. Congratulations, I wish you all the best as you go discover, go achieve, go serve, and go blue.
As the University of Michigan moves forward in its third century, we continue our tradition of celebrating excellence with our Winter 2018 honorary degrees. Originating from nominations by the community, the regents of the university confer honorary degrees upon those who embody the values and mission of the university, the transformative nature of our education, and the diversity of our community. Recipients serve the greater good of society with distinction and inspire the next generation of graduates. They truly represent the leaders and best. In honor of the class of Winter 2018 and the University of Michigan, we present our newest honorary degree recipients. If you want to change the future, start living like you're already there. That's been the lifelong mantra of computing pioneer and transgender activist Lynn Conway, whose early revolutionary work on microchip design has impacted many of the electronic devices we use today. Born in 1938, Conway was raised as a boy, but identified as a girl from a young age. With no alternatives growing up, she lived as a male into adulthood. After graduating with a Master of Science degree in electrical engineering from Columbia University, Conway joined IBM Research. There, she invented a groundbreaking method that enabled computers to issue multiple out-of-order instructions, a leap forward in computer architecture. In 1968, Conway bravely decided to transition to female, but says that when IBM learned of her intentions, she was fired. After transitioning, she hid her past and started her career from scratch with a new female identity. Working her way up the ladder again at Xerox, Conway made further pivotal breakthroughs. Co-authoring the seminal text Introduction to VLSI Systems, which simplified silicon chip design, she then pioneered a hands-on course at MIT using these new methods. This paradigm-shifting process helped democratize and accelerate chip design in what became known as the VLSI revolution. Setting off a wave of Silicon Valley startups in the 1980s and 90s, it laid the foundations of modern information technology. Conway later served as Assistant Director for Strategic Computing at DARPA, leading early research on machine intelligence. In 1985, she joined U of M's College of Engineering as Professor and Associate Dean, where she researched visual communications and control and led initiatives such as the planning of the Media Union. After retiring in 1998, Conway came out about her early history. She has been working ever since to expand the rights and visibility of transgender people. Her website has become a beacon of hope and encouragement for transgender people worldwide. Pulitzer Prize-winning poet, author, and educator Rita Dove grew up in a house filled with books and music, which helped to pave the way for her love of language and poetry. As a high school student in 1970, she visited the White House as a presidential scholar and then became a National Merit Scholar, graduating summa cum laude with a degree in English from Miami University. Dove then spent a year in Germany as a Fulbright scholar before earning a Master of Fine Arts degree from the University of Iowa Writers' Workshop in 1977. After 10 years of teaching and writing, Dove received a Pulitzer Prize for her third book of poetry, Thomas and Beulah. Although her life was already full of extraordinary accomplishments, it was her poetry celebrating the ordinary lives of her grandparents for which she was honored. Even when her poetry examines important historical events and figures, Dove's focus has typically remained on their lesser-known, everyday aspects. In 1993, Dove was named the youngest and first African-American U.S. Poet Laureate. She transformed this role, traveling and working tirelessly to help bring poetry into the lives of more Americans. Dove, a Commonwealth professor of English at the University of Virginia, does not restrict herself to a single genre. She is a fiction writer, essayist, editor, and playwright who has worked to call attention to lesser-known writers of color and collaborated across disciplines with composers such as John Williams and Tanya Leon. Her visionary writing, mentorship, and diversity efforts have led to a number of other awards, including the National Humanities Medal and the National Medal of Arts. Ford Motor Company CEO and innovator Jim Hackett has played transformational roles in industry and at the University of Michigan. After playing on the U of M football team under the legendary Bo Schembechler, Hackett graduated with a Bachelor of General Studies degree, specializing in finance in 1977. 4 years later, he joined the team at Steelcase, where he worked his way up the ranks to become the furniture company's youngest ever CEO at age 39. At Steelcase, Hackett led the company to fundamentally reshape the workplace, moving from traditional cubicle-based designs to the creation of more open, collaborative, and ergonomically sound workspaces. Steelcase thrived under Hackett's creative leadership and became more sustainable, reducing waste by 80%, greenhouse gas emissions by 37%, and water consumption by 54%. After retiring from Steelcase in 2014, Hackett returned to his alma mater as the University of Michigan's interim athletic director. He saw Michigan athletics through several key transitions, including planning for the completion of the new athletic campus and bringing on board football coach Jim Harbaugh. Hackett's 4 decades of support for U of M has also included service on the advisory boards of the Life Sciences Institute and the Gerald R. Ford School of Public Policy. He and his wife, Kathy Hackett, support Ford School students through 2 sustaining endowments, the Lee C. Bollinger Award and the James and Kathy Hackett Family Fellowship Fund. They also support U of M Depression Center programs to raise awareness and reduce the stigma around depression and related illnesses. Hackett is now continuing his transformational leadership at Ford, with plans underway to create a mobility corridor by revitalizing the iconic Michigan Central Station and surrounding Corktown area and connecting it with Ford's Dearborn headquarters, the American Center for Mobility in Ypsilanti, and U of M's Ann Arbor campus. Jim Hackett will be guiding not just a redefinition of the American car of today, but also the creation of the mobility ecosystem of tomorrow. Brigham and Women's Healthcare President Betsy Nabel is a trailblazer in cardiology research, education, women's health, and patient care. After earning her medical degree from Weill Cornell Medical College and completing her internal medicine and cardiology training at Brigham and Women's Hospital, Nabel joined the faculty of the University of Michigan Medical School in 1987. Through her research, she developed gene transfer techniques to investigate the pathophysiology of vascular cell growth and designed models of biologics combined with devices to treat vascular disease. Nabel became director of the University of Michigan Cardiovascular Research Center in 1992, and in 1997 became the hospital's first female chief of cardiology. Appointed Scientific Director of Clinical Research at the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute in 1999, she became its director in 2005. Using an innovative cross-cutting rather than disease-specific approach, Nabel helped establish pioneering scientific programs to pursue the promise of genomics and stem cells, stem and progenitor cell biology, and translational research. Nabel was also instrumental in launching NHLBI's Red Dress Heart Truth campaign, a highly successful public-private partnership which raised awareness of women's heart disease. Also focusing on global health, she oversaw the establishment of 11 collaborating centers of excellence, which paired research and training centers in developing countries with institutions in developed countries. In 2010, Nabel was named president of Brigham and Women's Health, where she is responsible for multiple forward-thinking initiatives that focus on turning groundbreaking collaborations and research into real-world medical therapies, products, and services. She has promoted the value of including females in medical studies, transparency, and intellectual humility in healthcare to prevent costly mistakes and promote scientific discovery. The University of Michigan salutes our 2018 Winter Commencement Honorary Degree recipients. We applaud all they have achieved and honor them as outstanding role models for our 2018 graduates.
By the authority of the state of Michigan vested in the Board of Regents, will now confer degrees honoris causa, which have been recommended by the faculties and authorized by the regents of the university. Members of the Board of Regents will present the honorary degree recipients. First, I call upon Regent Shauna Ryder Diggs.
Thank you, and first let me say a heartfelt congratulations to the graduates of 2018. It's my distinct pleasure to award the honorary degree to Lynn Conway. Professor Conway, you have helped shape our information age through your strong leadership in the computer science field, your numerous groundbreaking contributions to computer architecture and microelectronics design, and the education of computer scientists and engineers. Through your advocacy and by courageously sharing your story, you have enhanced awareness of gender variance and transgenderism, and have shown young people misgendered at birth that they can excel at the highest levels, personally and professionally. The University of Michigan proudly presents to you the honorary degree, Doctor of Science.
It's truly an honor.
By the authority of the state of Michigan vested in the Board of Regents and by them delegated to me, I now confer upon you, Lynn Conway, the degree Doctor of Science, and admit you to all its rights, honors, and privileges. I now call upon Regent Ron Weiser.
While I'm getting my glasses out, I want to tell you how exciting this is for me. I have never been at a winter commencement before, including my own some 52 years ago. Congratulations, graduates. Mr. President, I have the honor to present Rita Dove to receive an honorary degree. Professor Dove, you challenge and delight readers with your poems and other writings acclaimed for their exquisite detail and the range of topics they address in novel ways, from different art forms to historical and political events. As poet laureate, teacher, and mentor of aspiring writers, and advocate for cultural diversity in literature, you have raised public awareness of the appreciation of the literary arts and profoundly influenced American letters. The University of Michigan is privileged to present you the honorary degree, Doctor of Fine Arts. Congratulations.
By the authority of the state of Michigan vested in the Board of Regents and by them delegated to me, I now confer upon you, Rita Dove, the degree Doctor of Fine Arts and admit you to all its rights, honors, and privileges. I next call upon Regent Andrew Richner.
I graduated in 1982, winter commencement, and I was there. I remember. Mr. President, I have the honor to present James Hackett to receive an honorary degree. Mr. Hackett, throughout your exemplary career at Steelcase and Ford Motor Company, you have championed new ways to respond to opportunities afforded by technological breakthroughs and rapid changes in the marketplace and society, and inspired your colleagues to reimagine and embrace new possibilities. You also have given liberally of your time, energy, and resources in support of the university as interim athletic director and champion of University of Michigan's values and academic and research missions. And you brought us Coach Jim Harbaugh. The University of Michigan is pleased to present to you the honorary degree, Doctor of Laws.
By the authority of the state of Michigan vested in the Board of Regents and by them delegated to me, I now confer upon you, James Hackett, the degree Doctor of Laws and admit you to all its rights, honors, and privileges. Regent Richner, I turn things over to you once again.
Mr. President, I have the honor to present Elizabeth Nabel to receive an honorary degree. Dr. Nabel, in addition to being recognized as one of the world's preeminent leaders in academic medicine, you are known for your groundbreaking contributions to our understanding of the genetics of cardiovascular diseases, your leadership in health advocacy, and your commitment to broadening access to quality care. You inspire us with your passion for research and dedication to improving health outcomes for patients through translational research. The University of Michigan is delighted to welcome you back to campus and proud to present to you the honorary degree, Doctor of Science.
By the authority of the state of Michigan vested in the Board of Regents and by them delegated to me, I now confer upon you, Elizabeth Nabel, the degree Doctor of Science and admit you to all of its rights, honors, and privileges. Let's give one more round of applause for all of our honorees.
Float in the light,
this bitter land. I will rise for love and justice, that we may see a better day. I will rise in peace and service for our world in disarray. I will rise with all my brothers for all those who cannot stand. I will rise with all our fathers who have lost a home and land. I will rise to build up bridges for this broken world we see. I will tear the walls between us and divide you and me. Brothers, oh, stand with me. Rise up hand in hand. Oh, stand with me. We will fight to spread love across this bitter land. Oh, stand with me. Rise up hand in hand. Oh, stand with me. We will fight to spread love across this bitter land. Rise.
Good afternoon. My name is Kavitha Lobo. Today, I'm receiving my Master of Social Work degree in interpersonal practice with a concentration in mental health. I am proud to be one of the 221 students receiving degrees from the School of Social Work, consistently ranked among the nation's top schools of social work. Victors valiant, conquering heroes, leaders, and best. Fellow graduates, these titles and the honor that goes with them now belong to us. We have sung the victors as we cheered on our football team and walked through the diag, making sure not to step on the M. We are students, researchers, community members, volunteers, change agents, and forever Wolverines. Together, we represent a wide range of talents to be shared with the world. And we do so with the best possible backing, the world-class University of Michigan, a place we'll always call home. I will leave you with a message that has served me well throughout my MSW. This past year, I have had the honor of completing my social work field placement at the Women's Center of Southeastern Michigan, a nonprofit that provides affordable counseling services to those in need. I've worked with 10 clients on a range of skill-building goals, from improving self-esteem, to finding a job, to expanding their social support. In the therapeutic field, we emphasize the principle that nothing is ever wasted. If a client doesn't show up for a session, or if they talk the entire time, there is always something to be learned, something that the client is communicating. Graduates, today's ceremony marks only the beginning of our lifelong learning. Treat every experience as a learning opportunity, an invitation for growth. I leave you with these wise words from child prodigy and American opera conductor Sarah Caldwell. Learn everything you can, anytime you can, from anyone you can. There will always come a time you will be grateful you did. I am honored to introduce Lynn Conway, pioneering microelectronics chip designer, Professor Emerita of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, and transgender advocate. Professor Conway, we look forward to hearing your commencement address.
President Schlissel, Provost Filberts, Regents and faculty members, what a joy it is to join you on this very special occasion. I'm deeply moved by the honor you've given me and thrilled in turn to help you honor the many students receiving degrees here today. And to all you amazing students, this is your day. Your day to celebrate, enjoy, and build treasured memories with friends and families and loved ones. But before the celebrations begin, let's take a few minutes and together visualize the seas you'll soon be sailing. Especially since you're embarking in an era of accelerating social change, where our evolving technologies connect and empower us in previously unimagined ways. In the social age ahead, waves of spontaneous, shared team consciousnesses will rapidly arise, evolve, and interact, while contributing inside and across mosaics of such teams. You'll encounter increasingly diverse, often conflicting ways of being, giving ever deeper meaning to the old maxim, consistency is for small minds. By focusing on building your social capital as learners and contributors, innovators, leaders, and explorers, instead of merely seeking money and possessions, formal positions, and the trappings of power, you'll expand your social agility and your lifelong opportunities to team up with cool people, go exploring, have exciting adventures, and leave tracks behind. And by embracing, rather than fearing accelerating social change, you'll experience a most wondrous effect. You'll live far further into the unfolding social future than you ever dared dream. New kind of immortality is emerging. Well, now that's all well and good, but you ask, how can we stay out on the front of these waves, especially when seeing others slip back over their crests and fall into the backwaters behind? Well, from the perspective of 80 years of age, I realize that my guides have been sets of special words left by earlier pathfinders, people whose life stories have deeply touched me and whose words resonated ever more deeply as I aged. And I'd like to share some of these with you. For example, Winston Churchill gives us a compass for our lives, our life journeys, when he says, "The farther backward you can look, the farther forward you can see." And as Steve Jobs observes, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Grace Hopper reminds us, as we're about to set sail, that a ship in port is safe, but that's not what ships are built for. Then too, as social philosopher Eric Hoffer reflects, in a world of change, the learners shall inherit the earth, while the learned shall find themselves perfectly suited for a world that no longer exists. So do be careful. Don't just build expertise to rest on as time passes. As B.B. King keenly observed, the beautiful thing about learning is nobody can take it from you. Thus oriented, take heed to Intel's co-founder Bob Noyce. His words, "Go off and do something wonderful." But during dangerous passages, be stoically realistic yet passionately persistent. For as historian and activist Bertha Calloway reminds us, we cannot direct the wind, but we can adjust the sails. Stoically realistic, but passionately persistent. In Extrema, which happens, as gonzo journalist Hunter S. Thompson coolly observes, when the going gets weird, the weird turn pro. Now that can get pretty wild, but you can come to love it. As Kurt Vonnegut says, I want to stay as close to the edge as I can without going over. Out on the edge, you can see all kinds of things you can't see from the center. Sometimes, you can even step across the edge. My own perspective being, if you want to change the future, start living as if you're already there. In her poem, A Summer's Day, Mary Oliver poses perhaps the ultimate question. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? During your explorations, always mentor and learn from the young ones who come after you. Eager to learn the ropes, join your teams, for your fates are bound up together in the same ships atop the deep ocean. Finally, thinking further ahead to when you are 80, what words will you leave to guide the young and their children and grandchildren as they nervously gear up to surf the wondrous waves of life's unfolding experiences? What words? Then I remember the words. Words left to us by the legendary French aviator and writer, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. If you want to build a ship, don't drum up people to collect wood, and don't assign them tasks and work, but rather teach them to long for the endless immensity of the sea. The chance to share these words with you on your very special day means more to me than you can possibly imagine. And I wish you all good fortune in the adventures ahead. Go Blue!
We recognize individually the recipients of doctoral degrees awarded by the university. I invite you to notice the various disciplines represented as the degree recipients are introduced. You'll receive a remarkable insight into the diversity and breadth of the intellectual and creative mission carried forth by the University of Michigan. By the authority of the state of Michigan vested in the regents of this university and by them delegated to me, we shall now defer degrees which have been recommended by the faculties. Michael J. Solomon, Dean of the Horace H. Rackham School of Graduate Studies and Vice Provost for Academic Affairs, Graduate Studies, will preside.
Will the candidates for the doctoral degrees of the Horace H. Rackham School of Graduate Studies please rise and remain standing while their degrees are called? Doctor of Musical Arts and Doctor of Philosophy. Mr. President, I have the honor on behalf of the Executive Board of the Horace H. Rackham School of Graduate Studies to present these candidates to you for the degrees conferred.
I confer upon each of you the degree for which you've been nominated, admitting to you its rights, honors, and privileges, and charging you with its responsibilities. In consideration of those seated behind you, you may return to your seats until you're conducted up onto the platform where you'll be introduced and greeted.
The doctoral degrees are the highest awarded by the university. We come now to the hooding of doctoral degree recipients, recognizing them individually. The ritual of receiving the doctoral hood is part of a historical tradition that began with the earliest foundations of European universities. Hooding has been a central feature of commencement exercises since the 12th century, when popes, kings, or emperors authorized the conferral of the doctoral hood. They are certifying that the recipients were master teachers who had earned jus ubique docenti, the right to teach anywhere. Each doctoral graduate has undertaken original scholarship in the completion of a dissertation, guided by a faculty member who chaired the student's dissertation committee. Many of these dissertation chairs are with us today and will personally hood their students, welcoming them into the community of scholars. Before their names are called, each is draped with a hood, completing their doctoral academic regalia. The colors of the hoods identify, first, the university attended, and second, the academic field studied. The university's colors, maize and azure blue, can be seen on the lining of the hoods the doctoral candidates wear today. The border color, the field of study, can be identified in the list of academic colors in your program.
Abdul Razak Adams, Chemical Engineering. Ari Lawrence Allen Foyer, Bioinformatics. Jonathan Bezana, Chemical Engineering. Quinn Burlingame, Electrical Engineering. Alexander Chadwick, Materials Science and Engineering. Molong Dwan, Mechanical Engineering. Brittany Flores, Cellular and Molecular Biology. Rebecca Frank, Information. Jenyu Gan, Mechanical Engineering. Kimberly Daly, Chemistry. Matthew Graham, Naval Architecture and Marine Engineering and Scientific Computing. Zhang Haidachek, Atmospheric, Oceanic and Space Sciences. Naima Lillian Hall, Environmental Health Sciences. Aaron Hamilton, Architecture and Natural Resources and Environment. Fatima Akbar, Electrical Engineering. Chaojie Ho, Mechanical Engineering. Michael Jarrett, Nuclear Engineering and Radiological Sciences. Lauren Jepson, Bioinformatics. Yiping Kang, Computer Science and Engineering. Adam Katcher, Physics. Ashley Kaiser, Psychology. Ji Young Kim, Materials Science and Engineering. Seiran Ko, Economics. Joseph Crumple, Cellular and Molecular Biology. Matthew Qualheim, Electrical and Computer Engineering. Du-Wan Lee, Computer Science and Engineering. Ji-Hang Lee, Material Science and Engineering. Eli Lee, Biophysics. Chang Chin Lin, Pharmaceutical Sciences. Jia Liu, Nursing. Giovanni Martinez Colo, Immunology. Natalie Macaulay, Slavic Languages and Literatures. Jose Mesa, Naval Architecture and Marine Engineering. Farhang Momeni, Mechanical Engineering. Timothy Monas, Chemistry. Jessica Muir, Physics. Veronica Pollicht, Applied Physics. Wu Bing Chin, Mechanical Engineering. James Roach, Neuroscience. Richard Rodems, Social Work and Sociology. Moro Rodriguez, Mechanical Engineering. Morteza Sheikhsofla, Electrical Engineering. Matthew Skatch, Computer Science and Engineering. Jeffrey Smith, Mechanical Engineering. Katerina Stilianu, Environmental Health Sciences. Aaron Tyke, Applied Physics. Brian Toth, Nuclear Engineering and Radiological Sciences. Brandon Walters, Biomedical Engineering. Jiang Wang, Mechanical Engineering. John Ware, Physics. Daniel Wire, Electrical Engineering. Patrick Wong, Nuclear Engineering and Radiological Sciences. Alon Yachter, Political Science. In Ye, Environmental Engineering. Salasawe Forede Yitbarek, Computer Science and Engineering. Katie Yost, Psychology. Sung Ho Yu, Mechanical Engineering. Yu King Zhou, Mechanical Engineering. Chong Chow, Environmental Engineering. Mark Nicholas Heckner, Germanic Languages and Literatures and Screen Arts and Cultures. Thomas Gonzalez, Toxicology. Linda Lecron, Educational Studies. Sherry Fannin, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Laura Prochnow, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Brenda Badur, Doctor of Nursing Practice. Heather George, Electrical Engineering. Yingsh Zheng, Mechanical Engineering. Sharajita Bhattacharya, Statistics. Leibin Wang, Molecular, Cellular, and Developmental Biology. Miguel Saez, Mechanical Engineering. Guangyu Liu, Mechanical Engineering. Blake Noel, Educational Studies.
Let's give a round of applause to all of our PhD graduates. We shall now publicly recognize candidates for baccalaureate, master's, and other degrees in course in the schools and colleges of the university. The graduating classes will be presented by their respective deans or dean's representatives in the order of the founding of the schools and colleges. Interim Dean Elizabeth R. Cole will begin by presenting the candidates from the College of Literature, Science, and the Arts.
Will the candidates for the degrees offered by the faculty of the College of Literature, Science, and the Arts please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Literature, Science, and the Arts, I present the candidates.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. You may be seated. Provost Martin A. Filbert, on behalf of the Medical School.
Will the candidates for the degrees offered by the Faculty of Medicine please rise? In absentia, Mr. President, on behalf of the Faculty of Medicine, I present the candidates.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. You may be seated. Provost Martin Filbert, on behalf of the Law School.
Will the candidates for the degrees offered by the Faculty of Law please rise? Anyone? Anyone? Mr. President, on behalf of the Faculty of Law, I present this worthy candidate.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. You may be seated. Dean Lori K. McCauley, School of Dentistry.
Will the candidates for the degrees offered by the faculty of the School of Dentistry please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Dentistry, I present the candidates.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. You may be seated. Dean James Dalton, College of Pharmacy.
Will the candidates for the degrees offered by the faculty of the College of Pharmacy please rise? I know there's one out there. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Pharmacy, I present the candidates, perhaps.
And on behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. Dean Alec D. Gallimore, College of Engineering.
Will the candidates for the degree offered by the faculty of the College of Engineering please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Engineering, I present the candidates.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. Please be seated. Dean Jonathan Massey, A. Alfred Talman College of Architecture and Urban Planning.
Will the candidates for the degrees offered by the faculty of the A. Alfred Talman College of Architecture and Urban Planning please rise? I know there's some out there. Mr. President, on behalf of the Talman College faculty, I present our candidates.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation, and please be seated. Dean Elizabeth Beer Moji, School of Education.
Will the candidates for the degrees offered by the faculty of the School of Education please rise?
All right.
Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Education, I present our candidates.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. You may be seated. Associate Dean Brad Kalali, Stephen M. Ross School of Business.
May I please ask that the candidates for the degrees offered by the faculty of the Stephen M. Ross School of Business please rise. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the Stephen M. Ross School of Business, it is my distinct honor to present the candidates.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. You may be seated. Dean Jonathan Overpeck, School for Environment and Sustainability.
Will the candidates for the degrees offered by the faculty of the School for Environment and Sustainability please rise? All right. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the School for Environment and Sustainability, I present the candidates.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. You may be seated. Dean David A. Geyer, School of Music, Theater, and Dance.
Will the candidates for the degrees offered by the faculty of the School of Music, Theater, and Dance please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Music, Theater, and Dance, I present the candidates.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. You may be seated. Dean Patricia D. Hearn, School of Nursing.
Good afternoon. Would the candidates for the degrees offered by the faculty of the School of Nursing please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Nursing, I present our candidates.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. Please be seated. Dean F. Du Bois Bowman, School of Public Health.
Will the candidates for the degrees offered by the faculty of the School of Public Health please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Public Health, I present the candidates.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. Please be seated. Dean Lynn Videcka, School of Social Work.
Will the candidates for the degrees offered by the faculty of the School of Social Work please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Social Work, I present the candidates.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. You may be seated. Dean Thomas A. Finholt, School of Information.
Will the candidates for degrees offered by the faculty of the School of Information please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Information, I present the candidates.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. Please be seated. Associate Professor Osman Khan from the Penny W. Stamp School of Art and Design.
Will the candidates for the degrees offered by the faculty of the Penny W. Stamp School of Art and Design please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the Stamp School of Art and Design, I present the candidates.
And on behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. Please be seated. Dean Lori Plout Snyder, School of Kinesiology.
Will the candidates for the degrees offered by the faculty of the School of Kinesiology please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Kinesiology, I present the candidates.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, Congratulations on your graduation. You may be seated. Finally, Dean Michael S. Barr, Gerald R. Ford School of Public Policy.
Will the candidates for the degrees offered by the faculty of the Gerald R. Ford School of Public Policy please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the Gerald R. Ford School of Public Policy, I present the candidates.
On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Michigan, congratulations on your graduation. You may be seated. Did we miss anybody? Anybody want to stand up there? No, only kidding. It's now our great pleasure to invite the graduates and candidates to come forward and be greeted. Will all of the graduates and candidates presented today please rise? Will the regents, the deans, executive officers, and other platform party members and the faculty who are here today please rise? Will all of the family members and invited guests who are here to share in the recognition of these candidates presented today please rise? I now welcome our graduates to the community of scholars. We look forward to benefiting from the contributions your education has prepared you to make in our world. Congratulations, 2018. Everybody, please be seated.
Well, hello, new alumni. Greetings from the Alumni Association. My name is Ellen Agress. I'm the chair of the board of the Alumni Association, and I have to tell you that I've saved the best for last. You've been congratulated by your families, your friends, and the illustrious academics and honorees on this platform. But now that you're graduates, I'm here to present you the thing that I know you will think is the best reward of all. A one-year, absolutely free membership in the University of Michigan Alumni Association. What could be better than that, right? Seriously though, I hope you will take advantage of your membership and come to see the association as one of the ways to stay connected to this great university and the friends you made here. At the Alumni Association, our goal is to support your future endeavors and interests by providing you with ways to maintain those connections and to form new networks and communities. We also want to offer you opportunities to increase your professional and personal success. In short, we strive to make our slogan, "For those who leave Michigan, but for whom Michigan never leaves," a reality. I know the class of 2018 will continue Michigan's proud achievements and traditions, just as 200 years worth of past graduates have done before you. So congratulations, welcome to the Alumni Association, and go blue!
Thank you all for joining us in honoring today's graduates. It is with pride and pleasure that we welcome them to our alumni family. As our ceremony comes to an end, let me share one request, and then we will close with a quintessentially Michigan moment. On behalf of the platform party, I respectfully request that the graduates and audience remain in their seats until the recessional march of the faculty is complete. Thank you. On to the Michigan moment. As we conclude, I want to share the words of Elizabeth Alexander, the distinguished poet who was in residence here earlier this month. And then we will all join the glee clubs and the commencement band in a spirited rendition of Hail to the Victors. Ms. Alexander's poem, Praise for the Song Day, includes a final stanza that is appropriate as a send-off for our graduates. It reads, "In today's sharp sparkle, this winter air, anything can be made, any sentence begun. On the brink, on the brim, on the cusp, praise song for walking forward in that light." We wish you Godspeed.